How to write a good story. When writing a story, you need to think about these things. Who are the characters in your story? What is the setting of your story? What happens at the beginning, the middle, and the end of your story? First off, who are the characters in your story? Then you can think about what is the setting of your story? Is it in a forest, a town, in a park? Is it spring or winter or summer? Then comes the fun part. At the beginning of the story, you introduce your characters and the setting of your story. What is happening at the starting of your story with your characters? What are they doing? Where are they going? It is this time that the reader gets to understand what's about to take place in the story and get to know the characters and setting of your story. After introducing your characters and the setting and starting off your story to let us know what's happening, then comes the middle. In the middle, there's often a problem in a story. This problem makes it exciting for the reader and makes you think about predictions, so what's going to happen next. In the middle, think about the problem that occurs. In The Most Magnificent Thing, she was getting very frustrated because nothing was working. That is the problem. And then you can go on to thinking about how does she solve the problem? Well, she didn't give up, she kept trying, she went for a walk, she got new ideas, and in the end, that's when she had the final product of her scooter. So the middle is when the problem is coming, and then you have a resolution, a way to solve that problem. And then in the end, we know how the character feels and what's happening. And just like before, we're going to plan out our story thinking about the beginning, middle, and end of our story. And in order to do so, we are going to use our graphic organizers. We use our graphic organizers to plan out our writing. Examples of ones you could use is the story map, the story mountain, or the narrative writing organizer. You can choose. Just to remind you what it looks like, I will show you my graphic organizer and the story that I have planned out for my piece of writing. We all know there are many things to write about. I decided to write about one of my favorite things, going on a hike. I like to start with the problem of my story, but you can start also with your characters or setting first. My problem is that they get lost on a hike and no one knows where to follow to next. Mom is worried. When I think about my characters, I have thought about a family. I've thought about what their names are and what they're like in the story. So we have Mom, who becomes worried in the story, Dad, who's trying to keep everyone calm. We have Sally, who's 5 years old and is funny. We have Leah, who is 10 years old and is a good leader. And Scott, who is 7 years old and is very skillful. So these are my 5 characters going on the hike. Then I think about my setting. My setting is on a hilly mountain path in Basel-Land. It is a sunny spring day. I've even drawn a picture to inspire me a little bit and get some ideas of what I'll write about. So I have the hills, I have a rocky path and some dandelions, some leaves sprouting on the trees because it's springtime. I have some blue skies and it's sunny. And I even see my walking path there. It just gives me some ideas. At the beginning of my story, they arrive by car to Kleinlutzel. They park, get out their bags, and take off to the path. Then I think about my build-up. They're talking and enjoying their time as a family, and they stop for a campfire lunch. This is the time the readers really get to know the characters and what's coming in the story. And there's the problem. They get lost on the hike, and no one knows where to follow to next. Mom becomes worried. The resolution, how the problem's solved, thinking about the characters, how they work together, all had their ideas, but Scott's skills in recalling direction really helps. Leah and Scott work together to lead the way. And in the end, they arrive back to the car. They all feel happy to be back, but enjoyed the adventure. And there's my graphic organizer. I'm ready to start my story. It's now your turn, writers. You are going to create yourself a graphic organizer. You can use one of the ones that I have shown here. They are in the planner for today. Or you can make your own. Just make sure that you're including the characters, the setting, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Today, you are not starting your story. You are planning out your story. What good writers do. You'll need a sharp pencil and eraser and a graphic organizer. Off you go, have fun!